Welcome to your custom-tailored deep dive. Usually when you set up a home theater or like a PC, the cables are just a total afterthought.
Oh, completely. You just use whatever comes in the box, right?
Right. But if you're building out mission-critical AV infrastructure,
Mm.
you know the cable isn't an accessory. It is the main event.
Absolutely.
So today we are decoding a piece of extreme professional-grade hardware from a highly technical product page over at AV vendor HDTVSupply,
Yeah, we're looking at the DVIGear DVI-23100-FOD optical cable.
which comes with a pretty staggering price tag of $957, though our source does mention a 10% discount code at checkout, which helps.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, for the average consumer, dropping nearly $1,000 on a cable sounds insane.
Totally insane. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Because this isn't like the standard HDMI cord connecting your living room TV.
Yeah.
This is more of a high-speed digital superhighway.
Exactly. You are paying for 100 meters. So that's just over 328 feet of 50/125 micron multimode fiber.
Yep.
Yeah, we are completely moving away from standard copper wiring here. An old copper HDMI is kind of like shouting through a tin can. You know, the electrical signal degrades over a long distance.
But this fiber cable is like shooting a laser pointer down a perfectly mirrored tube.
That's a great way to put it. The signal doesn't degrade. It just bounces flawlessly to the end.
Right, because instead of electrical current, we are transmitting data using light. And that 50/125 spec tells us it's a 50-micron glass core wrapped in a 125-micron cladding.
Exactly. And the multimode part is where the engineering gets really clever.
Right, because it's not just one single beam of light. The core is wide enough that light bounces at multiple angles, meaning you can actually carry multiple data streams simultaneously.
Which guarantees that massive bandwidth and zero-loss transmission across huge distances. Because, you know, when you're managing a live broadcast or an enterprise data center, you can't tolerate even a microsecond of lag.
Oh, for sure. But sending light 300 feet down a glass tube is only half the battle. I mean, getting that light out of the glass and into a server rack without losing the signal.
That is the real bottleneck.
Right. Which brings us to the endpoints. Looking at these specs, it says it have 8 XLC connectors. Why do you need 8 connectors on a single cable?
Well, those 8 factory-terminated connectors are what allow for multi-channel connectivity right out of the box. You see, standard fiber deployment usually involves technicians out in the field manually splicing the glass.
Which sounds incredibly tedious.
Oh, it's a nightmare for installers. You're trying to align microscopic glass cores perfectly on a dusty job site. A slight misalignment, or even just a microscopic speck of dust.
Then the light leaks out.
Exactly, and you drop the signal entirely. That's why having those LC connectors, lucent connectors, those little snap-in plugs factory terminated right out of the box is huge.
So you completely bypass the meticulous manual splicing.
Right. It means quick, reliable deployment for data centers. Technicians can just snap this multi-channel backbone right into place.
Wow, so the labor savings alone really justify a huge chunk of that price tag.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk about where a 300-foot cable actually lives. The specs point out a Plenum-rated black jacket. Does the jacket rating really matter? Isn't it just plastic?
Well, what's fascinating here is the hidden safety and legal implications. It's not just plastic. A Plenum rating, or CMP, means the cable is specifically manufactured to be run safely through commercial air handling spaces.
Like drop ceilings and HVAC ducts.
Right, because if you ran a standard plastic jacket up there and there was a fire, it would turn into a toxic smoke bomb.
Oh, wow, pumping poisonous fumes right into the building's air circulation.
Exactly. So the CMP-rated jacket uses a highly specialized fire-retardant coating that resists burning and minimizes smoke.
That is wild to think about.
Yeah, and when you look at the stellar retail reviews for HDTVSupply, a lot of their clients are doing massive sports bar video walls. Next time you stare at one of those, you're actually looking at the result of this hidden fire-safe infrastructure running right through the commercial airspaces above you.
Okay, so to distill this deep dive down, for nearly $1,000, you aren't just buying a cord. You are getting 100 meters of multi-channel, fire-safe, high-speed fiber. Plus, they throw in a 3-year warranty and free shipping.
It is a fully engineered solution for a very specific, high-stakes architectural challenge.
It really makes you think. As our world moves increasingly toward, like, wireless clouds and invisible data, isn't it deeply ironic that the ultimate backbone of our flawless digital experiences still relies on physical, meticulously engineered strands of glass hidden just above our ceilings?
It really is.
Something to mull over next time you're connected.